Hey guys, my name is David Neyts and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is going to be about how to get into filmmaking. Sounds like a daunting task, doesn't it? Well, it's not that hard. I have 5 tips that are going to get you into filmmaking so fast that you can't even say Roadrunner. Anyways, I have 5 tips to get you into filmmaking. And if you watch till the end of the video, I have a little bonus surprise. Tip number 6. And guess what? It's going to change your life. Tip number 1. Make some friends. Go to acting class. Just meet people. Do your scenes, but after class, hang out with them. If they're in acting class, most likely they also like to do acting and they like to do films. So they're probably people that have stuff that is in common with you. So why not get to know them? And you know what? Maybe some of them know about cameras. They know more about filmmaking than you. So they might want to do your projects, or you might be able to pitch them something, an idea that you have, and then you can learn with them. But seriously, making friends is the number 1 tip. It's not that hard and it can be a lot of fun, because if you just moved to LA or you came from another country, well, you probably don't have any friends here, and it's just fun to have people around, people to talk to. And it doesn't always have to be about filmmaking, but at least they have something that's in common with you, and that's the acting class or the filmmaking class, and they probably love movies just as much as you. Tip 2, be creative. And guess what? Those friends that you just made, well, they could be your first crew. And honestly, just be creative. If you have some money, well, you could buy like a nice camera, kind of like this one, but that might be a little bit daunting because that's a little too much for somebody who's just starting, but just use what you have. Everybody has a cell phone nowadays. It's easy. Big directors have used it, small directors have used it, and you can do a lot of really great stuff just with a cell phone. But of course, maybe within the connections that you've made, you've actually met someone who actually has a camera. A lot of people do. And then you can actually up the production value, but just start. It's pretty darn simple and it doesn't take that much. And within the small little equipment that you have, you can actually be creative, because with a little bit of lighting, a little bit of cool shots, you can do some really cool stuff. For example, for me, I'm inspired by martial arts and Japanese anime. So a lot of the shots that I'm going to do are going to be inspired by these. And that's just the way that I do things, because that's what I like and that's what I think looks cool. But you got to find what you like. And within that, you find your own creativity. Tip number 3, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fail. Because you are going to fail. And guess what? If you're just getting into filmmaking, your first movie, it's probably going to suck. And at the same time, you're not trying to go on Netflix or Amazon or be on network television for your first movie. You're just trying to be creative, trying to make mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes. You're going to probably not have the right light balances and some sound is not going to be good and stuff like that. But it's okay, because you know what? You shot your first film and you completed it. Tip number 4. That's really important to me, is being disciplined. It's so hard to get lost with all the things that you have to do. Everybody's busy. I understand it. But just be disciplined. For example, me, I love to get up early in the morning. That's just my thing. It's not for everyone, but no matter if it's the weekday, the weekend, I just get up in the morning because I like to start my day early. But I'm not saying that that's the only thing that's going to work. But sometimes just being disciplined, doing something, even just a simple fact of going to the gym 2 or 3 times a week, that's discipline. And by learning discipline, you're going to get to do movies and filmmaking, because it takes a lot of discipline. It's so much hard work. Yes, it's fun to be in front of the camera. It's fun to tell stories, to be creative and all that. But if you don't have the discipline to write a script, get some actors, find a location, edit, shoot it, all these things, it's just overwhelming. If you don't have the discipline to do all that, well, you might shoot something, but then it'll never get released. Yeah, that happens a lot, but that's part of filmmaking. Tip number 5, follow through. I've literally worked with so many beginner, amateur directors, students, even directors that have done stuff, and they never follow through. They don't complete their project. I don't care if it's going to take 6 months to edit or a year. Sometimes it happens. It just does, because everybody's doing it for free, and when it's a student film, you can't expect them to be editing 24/7. But just follow through. Complete your project. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to the actors, and you owe it to all the people who probably gave you so many favors to get those locations or to be on set to help you out. Just follow through. And if you're one of these people that actually do follow through, well, you're one step ahead of everybody else. And now, for the most important tip, drum roll. Tip number 6, have fun. Because guess what? If you're making a movie, it's a lot of hard work. And if you're not having fun doing it, well, then why are you doing it? You might as well do something else. And enjoy the people that are around you. Enjoy the process. Enjoy all the obstacles that you have, because if you're making a movie, there's probably going to be a lot of obstacles. But every time that something pops up and that's difficult, or like you lose an actor, or you something doesn't work out with the camera, or you lost some footage, or whatever happens when you do a film and you're a beginner filmmaker and you're making mistakes, just take it as, okay, that's another obstacle. Have fun doing it. And just keep on going, because that's part of the following through. If you started something, you're going to complete it. A lot of people they think about that final product, but then if you're only thinking about the final product, well, you're not enjoying the process. And the process is the most enjoyable part, really. Once the movie's completed, well, you'll watch it a couple times, you'll show it to people, but it's not as fun as making it. Well, at least for me. Okay, that's it. Those were my 5 tips on how to get into filmmaking, plus 1 bonus tip, having fun. If you like this video, please do subscribe. Hit the like button. You know what? Why don't you hit the dislike button if you didn't like the video? I don't really care. It's kind of fun. It's going to boost the video anyways. But if you did like it, well, yeah, just like it, and also subscribe and unsubscribe, because that's kind of fun. I get the notifications, so I think that there's a lot of people subscribing, even if it's only one person. So you can just, subscribe and subscribe all day long. That's kind of fun too. And like or dislike, that's cool too. Well, that's it. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.